Oh, way to go, Peyton.
Yeah. Nice job, Peyton.
Please tell me you didn't. What do you mean? It looks fine.
No, he didn't put the new screen that you sent 3 days ago.
What do you mean? That's the new screen.
On the live stream right now, it's still the old screen. He didn't put the new one in.
What's the new screen? I'm confused.
On Wrestle Arc planning that you sent.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. Money make the world go round. I'm trying to get it all right now. Everybody worry about the crown being. Look, homie, I'm the man right now. Talking to a peon, kind of time we on. Don't roll like the kind of take eons. Got a little buzz, it's time to go beyond. Can't look back, no time to hit rewind. Yeah, she wants to do S-class. I'm like, boo, you must ask. They pour way too much in your glass. Just move your hips like a whole up class. Get the gab, I talk that gap. Strut like up and I walk that shit. When I'm up, that's it. I'ma start living reckless. Get that bag, I'ma walk like this. Yeah, I'ma walk like this. Hit that lane, I'ma walk like this. Walk in the spot, but they all get lit. Told them on flow, let me talk my shit. Every song bang when they drop in hit. Said on the man, post stop, no miss. Over your head, next time don't slip. Play your part, better read that script. Yeah, I'ma walk like this.
Pushing. Anyway, today's episode of Wrestle Arc Podcast is brought to you guys by our friends at Fanatics.com, which is home to the WWE shop. Folks, you folks need to check this out right now because they have Money in the Bank gear featuring John Cena on the poster, which is The Last Time Is Now. You guys need to get geared up here for Los Angeles's Money in the Bank. They got some sick merch there. They even got Jey Uso's 4 letters, 1 word, yeet merch. They even got The Last Time Is Now Ron Cena shirt.
God damn it.
I don't even know why the fuck we're promoting that, but we're going to promote the shit out of it. I know that. You guys need to check it out now. Jacob Fatu actually has a new shirt. John Cena, of course, they're heading to Knoxville, Tennessee for John Cena's Last Time Is Now farewell tour. You guys can gear up with some of the awesome merch there that is on the WWE shop right now. And you guys need to check out the new exclusive partnership of Player One Coffee. Yes, for folks that haven't heard, the BW Radio Network is under some new sponsorships in which Wrestle Arc and Drumcore Review, which is owned by Peyton, they are now officially sponsored with Player One Coffee. Me, on the other hand, I'm sponsored with another. Obviously, you guys can go check out my channel and figure out what that sponsor is. But anyway, we want to thank both Player One Coffee. We want to thank Fanatics.com and the new Fanatics app. And we also want to thank W Energy for sponsoring this episode of the Wrestle Arc Podcast. Hello, everybody. We're going to be using whatever energy we got left. That's Dez. That's Payne. That's Noble. As you can see, there's only 4 of us because everyone's a bunch of lazy fucks. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
No, it's
Everyone's pretty busy or tired or
I actually did
you know,
on
they got work.
Sleep.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Fuck
Let's go to work
life.
tomorrow. I don't know what happened to Liam. Ross is on
Fuck
vacation.
me! I
Florida.
posted on Drumcore Twitter. Fuck.
What's up to the Arc YouTube chat? I'll be keeping an eye on you guys today. Yeah, I might join you after. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyway, so we have a lot. We have a lot to talk about in wrestling
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
because we had a Saturday night's main event. We had an AEW Double or Nothing. We have some news here and there, and of course we have a lot. So before we get into Saturday night's main event and Double or Nothing, I thought we'd start with the wrestling news because wrestling news has been exploding today because of a piece of news that was reported. And yes, we are going to talk about it, even though the guy is trying to get back into his company. The major news of wrestling today is Vince McMahon wants to buy WWE back from TKO. TKO's response was, WWE is not for sale.
Good.
So yeah, Vince, you Uber's outside. Get the fuck out of here.
Vince McMahon.
Your Uber's
Fuck
outside.
That has been the news that has been reported. We don't know if that is officially everything that's going on. However, we do know that Vince McMahon is also in a little bit of trouble because of some news that got reported as of yesterday. Which is, Vince McMahon's former right-hand man, John Laurinaitis, has been dropped as a defendant in the Janelle Grant's lawsuit against WWE and Vince McMahon.
Oh.
Grant's representative says in the statement to Post Wrestling that Laurinaitis has agreed to cooperate and provide her with evidence as part of a confidential statement. Vince might be cooked here.
He might be.
Yeah, Vince is.
Because that was his right-hand man.
Hooked. Cooked is not the right verbiage to say this. He is fucked.
Hook,
I
line,
smell jail time. I smell jail time. Or money being distributed.
Exactly.
Oh, what a scumbag. Please, Vince, stay away from wrestling. You would be doing all of us a favor. But we need to talk about some other big news that also broke yesterday. And folks, this is probably the big one because we're probably going to have a debate on this one here. The big news is Stephanie Vaquer is expected to join the Raw brand, and Jordan Grace is expected to join the SmackDown brand.
Oh.
Both stars were featured in NXT.
Yup.
Well, I'll say this first here for this. I think Jordan Grace has enough to show to prove why she's a bigger star from NXT. I think she might be a better move to the main roster to see what can she prove. Stephanie Vaquer here. I mean, another big star who has been signed at NXT that is after we saw that Julia has been called up. I think Stephanie Vaquer, like, I know people say that, like, people might say it might be way too early to pick up. I don't think it's way too early. I know that she's holding the NXT title for 77 days.
78 days.
What else does Stephanie has to prove in NXT? So I think elevate her to main roster, probably the right move. Like, look what matches we're gonna get here. Like, we might get Io versus Stephanie for the second time. The first time they met, no contest, DQ. We may see that match again. There's some numerous matches we could see with Stephanie.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my thing, because this kind of sparked a little bit of a debate in this server.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. NXT was always seen as kind of like a developmental thing, right? Like, it was always seen as like, hey, you know, we're going to provide the new stars of tomorrow with a place where they can build themselves up and then potentially bring them to the main roster. We've seen this with numerous different stars, and we've seen how it always turned out. But NXT has kind of separated itself a little bit to where they've become a brand in themselves, and you know, they've been kind of going up against AEW and so on and so forth. Here's the thing, and I'm going to go ahead and say this, and this is going to be controversial. Vaquer and Grace should not have gone to NXT in the first place.
Oh.
Ooh.
They should not. Because they are both renowned stars. One is an international star that has proven herself in numerous different matches and in numerous different cases, which is Vaquer. Grace has proven herself as one of the most dominant women in TNA wrestling.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which is why I think that they shouldn't have gone to NXT in the first place. I can understand why NXT wanted to do that because their women's division, yes, it does need a little bit of help. Now,
Clearly does.
again, NXT was seen as developmental, which I guess they said that Valkyria was there because of her English wasn't very good and they were helping her with it. And I'm not sure what the hell the deal was with Grace, but realistically, Valkyria and Grace should not have gone to NXT in the first place. NXT was more seen developmental, which is why when Valkyria dropped her belt on Tuesday, everyone kind of had this big freak out, but me, I was like, makes sense. It makes fucking sense.
Yeah.
I mean, you can freak out on the person who won it, but it makes sense because, I mean, let's be for real here. People want to see Valkyria on the main roster, and mostly because I think they're trying to get her away from Booker T, for Christ's sakes. Because for fuck's sake, if that man
True that.
continues to see the ass smashing, as I call it, for Christ's sakes, we will never get away from it.
Well,
Yep.
So I believe it's also rumored that she's going to be in the Raw roster after Worlds Collide. So, Booker T, enjoy that ass. We can, brother, because it'll be the last time you ever see it.
Well,
Yeah,
here was
Enjoy that ass while you
Go
can.
ahead. You go ahead.
well, here was the last kind of little bit of thing from NXT was that Mariah May, right after NXT ended, posted a photo of her waving on her Twitter. And many people think that's a hint.
That's a hint.
Maybe Mariah May NXT? I don't know.
Maybe.
Yes.
Now,
Now-
Mariah,
Oh,
Is
yeah,
Mariah-
go ahead.
is Mariah May a bigger star that there should not be NXT like Stephanie and frickin' Grace? Or does she need to prove more NXT before she elevate it to the next level?
I'd say she needs to prove more in NXT.
Mariah May, yeah, she definitely needs some more developmental because as much as I want to say that she had a great match against Toni Storm, she needed some help a little bit. And by the way, the Really Real Wrestling Podcast, that's actually awesome. I'm glad one of you guys called that. That's actually pretty cool.
That's awesome, dude.
I'm not gonna lie, that's awesome. The fact that people can call that happening, I mean, that's actually pretty awesome.
Well, that was, yeah. Good.
Much love, by the way. Go check them out. Go check them out. They're on YouTube as well. So here's the thing, and I know people are gonna bitch about this. We're not covering Battlegrounds, so we're just gonna go ahead and mention the one thing that broke wrestling.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Trick
Yep.
goddamn Williams beat Joe Hendry to become the TNA World Heavyweight Champion,
History in its finest.
becoming the first WWE superstar
It's current.
in the company to hold the TNA World title. All I can say is what the fuck happened there?
I don't even know, dude.
Now look, we've seen this before with a different company, aka when Omega and Christian had their thing in AEW.
Yes.
Yup.
But here's
This,
the thing.
however, feels really fucking different
no,
to me, and
no,
it hits
it was,
different to me.
It was
Omega and Christian.
No, basically Omega won it from Rich Swann, who was an Impact champion.
Is it not the same? It's still the same damn thing.
Well, yeah, it's the same thing, but
Yeah, hold up. Time out. It's basically
TNA Impact. It's the same fucking thing.
it
TNA
was.
Impact, it's the same.
Well, hold on.
hold
Time
on.
out.
Oh god, here we go. The girls are gonna fight.
It was Impact before it was TNA. So
No.
It was TNA before it was
hold
Impact.
on a minute, you two.
All right, folks.
You stay over there.
All right, hold on.
No.
Shush.
That does
Shush.
not mean.
Stop.
That does
Stop. the fact that I have to take control of this is getting insane. So Peyton, let me go ahead and give you some history here. Hashtag fake wrestling fan. Number one, it was TNA before it was Impact.
I know that. Listen, I know that. I know
Second.
that. I know. Listen.
Bye.
Listen. I know it's TNA before Impact. I watched it back in the day.
Fight forever.
Oh.
And I love the really.
But the thing is, Noble.
That's right.
But Noble, I'm telling you right now, that title has history. It's the same title as when, like, literally, I saw it on the freaking history of the TNA Wrestling Championship. It had
Okay,
literally
that's great.
all the other champions on it, including TNA's. So yeah, clearly it's the same championship, and that does
It
not.
is the same. Oh Jesus.
It is the same. Yes.
Yeah, it is the same. So yeah,
Why
clearly.
you
Yeah.
arguing?
And it even has Swan on the title history.
Yes, and from
Buddy.
AEW, Christian won the Impact title from.
All
Kenny
right, getting back on track here. So Trick Williams becomes the first WWE superstar under contract to win the TNA World Heavyweight title. Now, I don't think any of us had in our scorecard here Joe Hendry dropping the title to Trick Williams. Like, not in a million years. I think we fully expected Joe Hendry to... Now, listen, I'm not the biggest Joe Hendry fan. Anyone here can tell you that.
He's not.
Mm-hmm.
Even I think that is some fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I could call that bullshit at this point. Like,
Agreed.
I'm gonna say this here. Like,
This
honestly,
must be a
like,
damn good partnership.
it was. Like, it's supposed to be. But I'll say this here. Like, Trick Williams will This is not me saying. It's gonna be me saying this here. Trick Williams will lose the TNA title at Slammiversary this year. I don't know when Slammiversary is going to be at, but I think he'll drop the title at Slammiversary. And the one person in mind I take the title off of him is the guy who's facing him on next Tuesday out of Mike Santana. He may lose at Tuesday, but he's going to win but Santana's going to win at Slammiversary. I do not know if I'm going to be correct.
He might lose
We'll see.
at Tuesday.
He might lose on Tuesday, yes, but Slammiversary, he might lose that title. Then I'm gonna be wrong with this, but I have no idea.
All right then.
I do have to say that there was another former WWE superstar, though, that gave his opinion on this. Would anyone like to take a guess? Because this former star is currently working with TNA right now.
Santino?
No. I'll give you a hint. His name is Nick.
Oh, Nick Nemeth.
Yeah, he gave his opinion about Joe Hendry dropping the belt to Trick Williams.
What did he say?
Oh no. What do you have to
I
say
don't.
here?
Unfortunately, I lost a tweet. God damn it! But let's just say he wasn't a happy camper here. He was not happy with the fact that he says it makes no sense. Why would a guy from a different company hold on to the belt when he's under contract with that specific company? Clearly, he hasn't watched Impact Wrestling since he's been there because apparently he doesn't know the whole shit with AEW and shit. Just saying. But no, to put it nicely, he was not a fan of this, and he was actually pretty pissed off that this happened. Now, my opinion is this, right? I think it's good for the partnership, but bad at the same time, because it kind of hurts the other brand's product a little bit here. Because
That makes more sense.
like if TNA is trying to build themselves back up with help from WWE, you would have had Joe Hendry make Trick look like a fucking like fantastic wrestler. which you did. Like, those two had a fantastic match. I'm not sitting here denying that they didn't have a fantastic match. However, it doesn't look, kind of like what the chat is saying, the Real Wrestling Podcast, the Really Real Wrestling Podcast. He says, losing to a developmental company isn't a good look for their talent. And it's kind of not. I mean, that's kind of where I was going with that, is that it's kind of not. Like, the fact that you had your world champion drop the belt to another company's developmental brand hurts the company. Hurts the company in many ways.
Mhm.
And I think realistically, maybe they're just trying to help build Trick up to be a bigger star because they see potential there. But at the same time, when you lose your company's world title to another company, you're kind of putting the other company ahead of yours. And it kind of gives it... Again, we don't know where this partnership is going. We don't. For all we know, they can make the TNA world title blast off to the moon with this freaking thing. You know, maybe they'll do a Cameron Grimes to the moon, thing. We all remember him. But this is just a questionable decision considering the fact the fans really wanted Joe Hendry to have that world title so badly. And to have it get taken off of him by Trick Williams, of all people. Like, I'm not putting down Trick. Trick is a fantastic talent. He is. I think he needs to work in a few places.
Yep.
Kind of build himself up.
Yes.
I mean, out of all the TNA talent, like, you couldn't have even put the title on NXT's world champion Obafemi. Like, that would have been bigger, in my opinion. Hell, TNA, you really wanted to pull some shit? How about you put the title on the guy that you guys kicked out in the first place? Hi, Ethan Page, the new North American champion. How you doing?
Facts. Fucking facts.
Oh, that would have been some great shit right there. He comes back to... Oh.
Like, no disrespect to Trick. Like, again, he's a very good superstar in NXT. Like, there's some stuff he needs to work on here, but having him take a TNA's World Championship on a pay-per-view like Battleground, like, honestly, I agree with you guys. It definitely hurts a developmental brand and possibly hurt TNA at this point. I don't know where the hell is this partnership gonna go from here. It's almost like people playing chess here. Make some moves. Whatever the hell is next. Like, I don't know. Where do we go from here?
Again, I'm very curious to see, but also another name that I could have thrown in there was another guy that also worked for TNA. Hi, Wesley.
Oh,
Yeah, formerly with a trio.
Again, if we were doing this all day, I could list off a whole bunch of like old TNA people. Hey, AJ. Oh no! If that happened, the internet would have blown the fuck up.
AJ Styles.
If AJ Styles would have walked out with that belt. But no, this is great. And Universal, I do agree with you that now the partnership, it was failing a little bit, but now I see it. Again, we're gonna see how it goes. But all right, now we move off that, and now we got to talk about some pay-per-view stuff.
Yep.
Even though one of these things wasn't a pay-per-view, it was a televised event. Saturday nights.
Event.
Yep. Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker versus CM Punk and Sami Zayn started off the show.
ooh. Spicy.
It was going the way of Punk and Zayn for a minute until the
Bronson
fucking
Reed.
unexpected happened. Yep, Bronson Reed blasts Punk through a barricade. Sammy doesn't know what happened, and he got speared to hell, pretty much.
Oh goodness.
And then Brunson, jeez, I couldn't believe it. He joins Seth, Braun, and Heyman. Jesus Christ.
Unfucking believable.
I don't even know what to say here because honestly, I was not, out of all the people, I honestly thought Sammy was going to turn. I don't know why. My brain went there. I was like, Sammy's going to turn on fucking Punk here.
You're not the only one. I thought Sammy would turn as well.
It made sense.
Well, the reaction I had at first was, why is Brunson working alongside the guy that he tsunami'd about 4 or 5 times the last time you met him? And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. I know the angle that they're going to go with this. It's because of when Brunson pretty much broke his ankle in War Games and Punk was working with Roman and... yeah.
Yep.
So it kind of made sense after that. But the next match after that was Zelina Vega versus Chelsea Green. Thank God Zelina Vega won.
Thank
Yep.
goodness.
It was a quick match. It was a 5-minute match here, is what it says. 5 minutes, 9 seconds.
What?
She retained the Women's United States Championship. Thank God.
Yeah, thank God.
And then we get a match announced for Worlds Collide. Chad Gable versus Noble. I know you love saying this guy's name, so go ahead and say it.
El Hero del Vikingo.
Yes.
Vikingo.
Yes. Saturday, June 7th. Those two are going to collide. And I was like, what the f...
I am way excited for that match, honestly. Like I have seen Vikingo. I've seen Vikingo's matches from TNA, AEW. Dude is an absolute star. An absolute star. If you have not seen Vikingo's matches, well, Worlds Collide is going to be your lucky ass day.
Honestly, I can't be any more excited for that match. I think that's going to be one of the best matches on that card.
Facts.
And by the way, pledge allegiance to your former president, Chelsea Green.
Johnny,
No.
get the no. Go. There's the door. There's the door, Johnny.
It's not
Just
Johnny.
Go.
From the
It's not Johnny who said that.
Yeah, it was John. Well,
No, it wasn't. It was the
really,
Really Real
really,
Wrestling Podcast.
really,
Peyton,
Really,
I'm
really,
reading the damn thing. Don't you worry about it.
really.
So then some legends got shown on screen, which made me very happy because it showed Jimmy Hart with his goddamn megaphone and Bushwhacker Luke, who I actually got to see in person. I actually got to meet him in person, actually. He was awesome.
Lucky you. Lucky you.
Yeah, it was at that Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame thing in Albany the one time I went. He actually had a match. He actually had a match. I was like, son of a bitch. He can still go. So then... I can't believe that this was next. John Cena versus R-Truth was next. John Cena came out to the ring. And then for some reason his music started up again. And we were like, what the hell? Here comes R-Truth
Oh no. Ron.
in his own Ron Cena. I guess you want to
Cena.
call him whatever. Anyway, he comes out in his own Ron Cena farewell tour.
I
Yeah,
cannot.
Yeah, you were like confused, like what the fuck. Me and Vega were like fucking laugh our asses off. Like
Does
what
the
hell is
whole face John Cena thing. He goes like, oh god.
this? Like like the second the match even it was beginning or over, that shirt is now promoted on fanatics.com.
Oh yeah, I got the email about that. Yeah, that was fucking great. So then we got. So pretty much during this match, it was actually a pretty good match. The crowd serenades Cena with "You can't wrestle," and other side of fans says, "Yes, he can." He hit Truth with the 5-knuckle shuffle. As Cena went for the attitude adjustment, Truth escaped and then hit his own version of the 5-knuckle shuffle, and then hit an attitude adjustment on Cena for a near fall. All of us were like, "Oh my fucking god, what is this guy doing?" Oh, you got to meet Ron Cena, lucky. Then it says here, after Cena kicked out, Truth locked in the STF submission. I call it the STFU. That's the way I remember it. Submission, which Cena forced a break by grabbing the bottom ropes. I was like, oh. As Cena rolled out of the ring, he shoved Truth into the ring post and then grabbed his title belt. He went to hit Truth with it. As Cena wound up, he held back before striking Truth. He then handed the belt to the referee, and as he was removing it from the ring, Cena delivered a low blow to Truth, and then hit him with the attitude adjustment to pick up the win. Now, that was probably one of the greatest things, because many people thought that that was like, oh my god, that's like a Cena's thinking about it. Like, oh, he's legit thinking. And then, as soon as the low blow happened, I was like, yep, here we go. Yep, saw that coming. Yep.
Yep.
The fucking guy's still a heel. What an asshole. He's out to ruin wrestling. Boy, he's doing a pretty damn good job. Way to go, Cena.
Yeah.
Hurting the guy who sees you as his hero, even though he's older than you. Jesus Christ. So then backstage, we see Jey Uso getting ready for his match with Logan Paul. However, Cena comes up, and immediately the fans were like, oh my god. Yes.
Yes.
Because Cena was like, you better not lose that, because I could leave with this title, and you cannot have that title. Thank you, Really Real Wrestling Podcast. Please go check them out on YouTube. They're awesome.
Thank you
For the
Rio,
sub.
for having you guys.
You're awesome.
Thank you, fellas.
But yeah, so pretty much Cena was hinting that him and Uso might cross with that title on the line. However, he also says be careful, because the YouTuber could leave with the belt. Cena was acting very heelish here. We then get a steel cage match between Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest. Believe it or not, people were actually pissed off with this match, and I'm trying to figure out why. They're saying after all the bullshit that Drew put Damian Priest through, why didn't Priest continue the beatdown on Drew McIntyre? Pretty much, Priest walked out of the cage, got the win. He hit a concerto, which I was like, oh my fucking god. Oh my god. But yeah, he ended up walking out of the cage, got the win. It was a good match. I enjoyed it. I thought it was insane.
It was, yep.
It was definitely very interesting for the time that they had. I thought it was a very good cage match. For me, I'm surprised how Priest didn't hit him with two concertos to keep him down and then walk out. But I mean, hey, get the win any way you want, I guess.
Mhm.
Yep.
Still a good win. But now,
Definitely must need it for Priest.
we get to the main event. Main event: Jey Uso versus Logan Paul for the world title. Uso is pumped. He looks ready. This match was good. Definitely some great back and forth here. Definitely some great back and forth here.
Yes.
But then Cena emerged.
Oh, pray God, no.
It was pretty much after Jay hit the Uso splash and went for the pin. The ref was counting. Cena pulled the ref out of the ring and then started to beat down on Uso. However, we didn't expect what happened next, which was yeah, that guy came back.
Aled's favorite superstar, Cody Rhodes.
Aled's gonna beat the living crap out of you.
Oh yeah, most likely.
I mean, either way, a win's a win, Universal. So anyway, so Cody Rhodes comes back. Hits a crossroads on Cena. Paul then with the brass knucks in his position. Came back into the ring but fell victim to a spear and then an Uso splash to take the loss. After the match, this was very quick, by the way, which I had a feeling it was going to be very quick. It was very quick, but pretty much Cody cuts a quick promo on Cena and announced the tag match between John Cena and Logan Paul versus himself and Uso at Money in the Bank. And that was the ending of Saturday Night Live. Or Saturday Night Main Event, whatever. Saturday Night Live, it's the same fucking shit at this point. You guys try working a 12-hour fucking gym and fucking doing this shit. So yeah. That was definitely a very interesting way to announce that match.
Yep.
Cody and Uso versus Cena and Paul at Money in the Bank. Hey, what's your opinion on it?
Huh?
Dude,
Well,
there's only 4 of us. Get your butt in here.
I am in here. Listen.
Alright, what's your opinion on Cena and Paul versus
Money match.
Uso?
Money match.
It is a money match. And honestly, I can't wait for that match. It's the dream team of influencers versus wrestlers. Yeah.
Honestly, it's definitely way better than what people think is would be freaking Cena team with Travis Scott.
Honestly, I would have been happy with either or. At this point,
I'm excited. I think it's going to be a good match.
I just didn't expect Cody to be back so soon.
I didn't either. Was not expecting that.
But clearly, Triple H is probably looking at stuff and going, "Oh shit."
Like, I'm happy Cody's back. Like, the WWE needs him
Me
back.
too. Ooh, we missed you, Cody. Welcome back.
Did we?
I did.
All depends on where they go. Here, but alright. But that wasn't the only pay-per-view we have to cover. We're gonna go quickly here because we have AEW Double or Nothing. So we had the buy-in, which was Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford versus Anna Jay and Harley Cameron. Which it says here, Harley Cameron skillfully escaped a potential dangerous doomsday scenario, displaying quick thinking. She ultimately scored a pinfall for her team. Okay, so the team of Harley Cameron and Anna Jay got the win. Then we had another buy-in match, which was Trent Beretta, Rocky Romero, and Leo Rush in Action Andrade versus AR Fox, Bandito, Commander, and Hologram. Which resulted in a victory for AR Fox, Bandito, Commander, and Hologram. Now we start off the show with the Owen Hart Cup Tournament Women's Final, which was Mercedes Moné versus Jamie Hayter. Would anyone like to take a guess on how this match ended?
Monet won.
The most dangerous move of all professional wrestling, the fucking roll-up.
Is that what happened?
What?
I was joking. Really?
Yeah, Mercedes Moné got the win. And believe it or not, this match actually had mixed reactions.
By a roll up?
Yeah, this one actually had mixed reactions because many people said that Mercedes should have lost to push Jamie Hayter, since Mercedes has been on a little bit of a winning streak in AEW. But clearly, it's now going to be Mercedes Moné versus Toni Storm for the AEW Women's World Championship at All In Texas.
Yep, in Texas.
Tony,
For the love of God, Tony, win.
please be her, please.
Please, Tony, win. Please, Tony.
That's my opinion. I really don't want to see Mercedes Moné with another belt. And no offense, the fact that AEW is I know it's not her. I don't know if it's the company's choice or her choice. I really don't care. She does not need any more belts. I mean, she's already proven that she's one of the best wrestlers around, but she doesn't need another belt to her resume. She's already a fantastic wrestler, but if you want to build up that women's division, I guess give her the belt. Then we got a random tag match here, which is FTR versus Nigel McGuinness and Daniel Garcia. Shocker here. The referee had to call the match for FTR for them to pretty much win.
Damn. Okay.
I don't think anyone here expected a different outcome.
Nope.
Next we had a stretcher match between Ricochet and Mark Briscoe.
And that one, this one's all right.
All I can say is AEW, that man by the name of Mark Briscoe, protect him at all costs.
At all costs.
The fact that he used some cleaner on top of the head of Ricochet to make sure that people emphasized Ricochet's bald ass head.
Yeah, to make sure that bald head is nicely squeaky clean.
I saw that. That was funny.
That's funny as fuck.
But yeah, this match was actually, in my opinion, actually pretty good based on what I saw. I thought that the fact that they used the ringside environment to their advantage, the fact that we seen the stretcher being used, we saw Mark Briscoe getting busted open, we saw a whole bunch of different moves. I thought it was pretty good, but in the end, Ricochet came out with the win. I kind of want to skip this next one, but I don't think we can. The Hurt Syndicate versus the Sons of Texas for the AEW World Tag Team titles.
Texas.
If this isn't the most dumb shit.
Texas.
First off, the Sons of Texas.
Texas.
Yep, that's a tag team name.
I just like saying
Because
Really?
well, Sammy Guevara and Dustin Rhodes are from Texas.
I do not give a fuck. You mean to tell me you couldn't come up with a creative name other than Sons of Texas for Guevara and Rhodes? Here?
That's them. They came up with the fucking tag name.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
I mean, I hate it too.
You couldn't call it, like, I don't care. You could have even called them fucking Red Dust or something. I don't fucking care. Just make it fucking interesting or something. I don't know. This shit sucks. Anyway, to put it nicely, thank God the Hurt Syndicate came out with the win. Thanks to
Oi, oi, oi.
MJF.
thanks to MJF there, the boy.
Good
Thank
job,
God.
MJF. Thank God.
Next we had the AEW Continental Classic between Okada and Speedball Mike Bailey. Many people said that this was actually one of the better matches on the card.
It's kind of all right. It's still good.
But
See it.
I mean, come on. Why does Okada still have that fucking belt?
I have no idea. Like, what do they do? What has AEW done to Okada these days, man?
He went from being one of the top tier talents in New Japan to being a side piece in a weird ass story that they're trying to build up in AEW.
Yeah.
Just give us the fucking match we want. Okada versus Omega. Give me the fucking match, goddammit.
The match.
I don't care. Throw Will Ospreay in there, making a triple threat. I don't give a fuck. You want to sell out a pay-per-view? There you go. There's your fucking pay-per-view right there. Okada, Omega, Ospreay. Boom. Triple threat. These fucking three going up against it. Don't you fucking tell me next, goddammit. So then we had pretty much Okada came out with the win. He hit the Rainmaker. Shocker. Next, we had the AEW Women's World Championship. Timeless Toni Storm versus Mina Shirakawa. In which, the only thing that was really talked about during this match, besides the match was actually pretty good in my opinion, but, yeah. Anyone want to explain what happened with these two at the end of the match?
They fucking kissed in the middle of the ring.
They
Still thought it was
kissed?
awesome. They did. They've done it
I
before.
didn't. I
Yeah.
didn't watch it.
Peter's done that before with fucking.
Yeah, Tony Storm kind of has this thing where she, yeah. Anyway, Tony Storm came out with a win to retain the world title. Yeah, Tony Storm is very interesting.
Yes, she is.
Now we come to what has been regarded as the greatest match that was on the card, Anarchy in the Arena, which featured the Death Riders going up against the Death Riders and supposedly AEW's founding fathers, the Young Bucks, going up against Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, Shibata, Kenny Omega, Willow Nightingale, and Swerve Strickland.
In my opinion, best match of this pay-per-view.
I thought it was awesome because of the music that I heard in it.
Yes. Let the bodies hit the floor or something here.
Okay,
The body hit the floor.
I want to talk about a couple of things. First off, Matt and Nick Jackson, what the fuck were you morons wearing? You two dorks need a life. Second, we saw the return of the man that I was very happy to see because I haven't seen him in a while and I was very happy to see him. Anyone want to take a guess on who that might be?
Hey, you
Mark
know,
Briscoe.
It was Hook, goddammit.
Oh, it's Hook. All right.
Hook. Send Hook.
I was so happy to see Hook. I was like, yes, it's Hook. I was like, where you been, you lazy bastard? Pretty much, if you guys want, people were saying that this was the best Anarchy in the Arena that they've watched. Which, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I think it was too.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the better Anarchy in the Arena matches compared to the best there.
I do know this. The amount of staples that were involved in this match. Jesus fucking Christ. Whoever gave these boys a staple gun really knew how to cook here.
I'm sorry, Universe Hook showed up made no sense. It makes 100% sense. What are you on about?
Okay, then Gabe Kidd shouldn't have showed up. Gabe Kidd shouldn't have showed up then.
I don't
Hook is a part of that team with Samoa Joe and Shibata and them.
Yeah, he was the original member of the Ops. So I'm sorry. Hook showed up, makes sense. Gabe Kidd doesn't make any sense.
Actually, Gabe Kidd showing up does make sense because he interfered in the Moxley thing. So I knew that we were going to see him at some point. But anyway, who got the win here? It was
Team Swerve.
Yep. Team Swerve got the win. Thank God. Let's see. Then we had a trios match. We had a trios match with Paragon and the Don Callis family. Yeah.
Yep. This one's obvious. Don Callis family with the win.
Yeah. Now we get to this main event. Hangman Adam Page versus Will Ospreay. These two had, in my opinion, one of the better AEW main events that I have seen in a while. However, I think, and this is just me, I think it should have been Will Ospreay with the win.
Oh yeah, no.
Agreed.
Yeah, I would have Ospreay win as well, but that's not what AEW just done here.
Hangman ended up getting the win. The finish was actually pretty fantastic because it was a bunch of reversals, and then Hangman was just like, yeah, fuck you, I'm gonna end you with the buckshot. The two showed mutual respect to one another, which I thought was awesome. Like I said, this was a very great match. Like, these two took it to a level that I haven't seen in AEW in a while. I felt like that was needed. However, it just... I mean, no offense. I mean, I would have tried to push Will Ospreay here. So you know the people want Will Ospreay to be the one to take the belt off of Moxley. But if Hangman does it, I'll be even more happy because I'm like, all right, finally an AEW original guy fucking takes the belt off Moxley and we can finally see the goddamn belt again.
Yeah, instead of inside of a ding dong motherfucking deal or no deal briefcase. God's sakes.
That's
There
him.
goes my ear.
That's him.
Now, many people have a lot of theories as to why this is happening, because many people project, oh, Moxley is just going to continuously hold on to the belt until a certain someone comes back from his descent from... What did he climb again? It was Everest? We're talking about Darby. We're talking about Darby Allin. Pretty much people think that it should be Darby to be... Many people are saying Darby Allin should be the one to beat Moxley. But in my opinion, I think this is long overdue. I feel like Hangman should be the one to take the belt off of Moxley, in my opinion, because honestly, I want an AEW guy to beat
Yeah, ever.
another AEW guy. Not...
It should be freaking Hangman on a page.
All I know is I want Moxley to lose that goddamn belt soon.
Same dude. Like,
It might happen at All in Texas. You never know.
it might happen.
Yeah, well, they need to hurry up.
Yeah.
Tony, you said that you guys listen to the fans. Well, guess what? The fans are telling you, let go of the fucking belt. Give it to the Hangman.
Yes, that would be a good check.
All right. So yeah, we have a new Wrestle Arc champion. That's Noble, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Noble won it. Congrats to him.
Round of applause.
Yeah, like again, it's been like more than 3 years since I ever had that freaking championship. But
Well, good on you. Keep going. What do you? Keep going.
like it's been more than 3 years since I ever had the Wrestle Arc title. It's been ups and downs for Wrestle Arc, but man, ever since I won, I've been wanting Team Swerve. I've been cheering for Team Swerve to win, so I can get that, so I can beat Wrestle Arc champion. And well, I was screaming my lungs out, tossing my headset across my room. I've never been this happy in my entire life.
All right, hold on. I gotta say something here because I'm looking at the YouTube chat. Universal, the fact that Darby Allin is considered one of the pillars of AEW and the fact that he hasn't won the AEW World Title yet, that's the reason he kind of deserves a shot at the title. And no offense, if he didn't have this climb planned, I'm pretty sure it would have been him and Moxley for the belt, and he would have taken the belt off of Moxley. So the fact that you sit there and say he doesn't deserve the belt and the fact that he took 6 months off to go climb a mountain is not helping his defense. Yeah, okay. Well, to be honest with you, Moxley should have deserved to lose the belt a long time ago. He should not be fucking champion right now. So I don't care who takes it off him. I don't care if it's Allen. I don't care if it's Ospreay. I don't care if it's Hangman. Moxley needs to lose his championship soon because, to be honest with you, this is more boring than anything that I've seen in wrestling in a while with Moxley with the fucking AEW World Title. And the fact that we haven't even seen the World Title in forever. The fact that it's just been nothing but a goddamn briefcase is honestly stupid.
It's ridiculously stupid. The title reign for Moxley's been tainted. Nobody wants to see that stupid briefcase anyway. We want to see a champion that we can trust. It's either Heyman, it's either Darby, it's either whatever's going to take the title of Moxley. We need that. We need a new champion soon enough, or else people are going to sick and tired of AEW.
Oh, yeah, they're going the same route as another company, I know. But everyone says I'm crazy.
Because you are crazy. But that's for other reasons.
Hey, when one company's gone, the other one is still standing. Just saying. All right. Speaking of the other company, we're gonna speed run these whole things. So let's start with Monday Night Raw. Yes, we're skipping last week's SmackDown. I honestly could give 3 fucks what happened on SmackDown last week. Fight me all you want. I do not care.
That fight you, I ain't got the energy to fight nobody.
No offense, we just sat through Saturday night's main event. We could have done it beforehand, but we didn't. Anyway. So obviously they recap Saturday night's main event. They then start the show talking about Jey Uso walking in the building with Lyra Valkyria walking in the building, and then of course they showed Sammy, and then they showed Finn Balor and JD McDonough. And then, of course, the New Dangerous Alliance walks in, and, of course, you know, they had Paul Heyman with them. Paul Heyman goes on to say, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. Let's see who the players are without even the benefit of a scorecard first. A man, an attack dog, a badass. The badass in a true bloodline of badasses, which got the fans going like, ooh. And not just as a badass, but as a key to the future. Skynet sent a Terminator from the future to this planet, and you asked that Terminator who's going to be in the main event of WrestleMania 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. Which, by the way, if he's not in any of those main events, Paul Heyman, you are a fucking liar. He would then go on to say the Terminator would tell you the answer to that question is Braun Breaker. And then which... he goes on to say that's not a prediction, it's a spoiler. Let's see. Then we get to fans chanting for CM Punk. Then Heyman says that Punk is not there this evening, all thanks to Big Bronson Reed. People booed. They were like, you son of a bitch. And then Heyman says that it tells the crowd to acknowledge Seth frickin' Rollins, and the crowd pretty much booed like there's no tomorrow. In which I don't blame him. And then Seth goes on a little bit of a tangent, goes on to say that his team is the future, and that pretty much he is the visionary or revolutionary. He is Seth freaking Rollins, and that he is the total power, and that it is complete domination from here on out. Seth, fuck you. Anyway. So then we have a Money in the Bank qualifying match between Penta, Chad Gable, and Dragon Lee. Honestly, any of these three would have been great to have in Money in the Bank. Chad looked like he was gonna win. However, someone that was sitting ringside ended up interfering in that match.
Oh.
El Hijo del Vikingo.
And as many of you know, because it's a triple threat, that means no DQ. He would end up kicking Gable off the top rope. And Penta was it Penta that came out with the win?
It's Penta.
Yeah. Yep, Penta came out with the win as he now joins Solo Sikoa and LA Knight in the Money in the Bank match.
Honestly, it makes a lot of sense. Gable, the Vikingo, will have a match. Well, and then you get Penta Money Bank to qualify. Makes a lot of sense.
I'm telling you, if they put the AEW World Title on MVP, that company really is going to hell. It's the same as putting the World Title in WCW on David Arquette there. Or better yet, on Vince Russo. It is so stupid.
Johnny, why?
Well, anyway, ignoring that, kind of trying to speedrun this here. So we go to the Judgment Day Clubhouse, in which Roxanne Perez brings a tray of nuggies to Dominic Mysterio. But, she then starts to rub his shoulder until the blonde one, Liv Morgan, comes out of nowhere and says, "Konnichiwa, bitches." Balor looks like he has the biggest shit-eating grin on his face. He's like, that's why it is the server profile picture, where he is like yes. Balor is just fucking all over himself at the moment. Morgan says that Rodriguez has kept her up to date with what's happening in the clubhouse. She addresses it later, but for now, she's going to go talk to Adam Pearce to get a Money in the Bank qualifying match. Raquel laughs at Mysterio. Balor laughs and says it's great to have Morgan back. Carlito warns Mysterio not to eat Perez's nuggies.
Oh.
God bless Carlito.
Yeah.
He's a national treasure.
Protect at all costs.
Yep. Michael Cole and Pat McAfee then talk about sacrifices of men and women in the armed forces, and WWE honors those that made the ultimate sacrifice for the United States of America, as, God bless our troops and all of them, and God bless those that have sacrificed their lives to protect us and give us our freedoms. God bless them.
God bless you.
Now, these guys pissed me off with this match. Akira Tozawa with Maxine Dupree versus Rusev.
Oh God.
No shocker here. Rusev got the fucking quick win with the accolade.
Yeah.
I'm pissed. I wanted Akira to win.
I mean, same, but Rusev.
But it's who came out after that got people talking, as Sheamus came out to the ring.
Oh,
And the-
establishment.
Rusev and Sheamus then have a stare-off before Rusev leaves the ring. Oh dear Lord. Make this happen.
Please.
Yeah, former two members of frickin' League of Nations.
League of Legends, hello?
I thank God that my tongue just slipped. Peyton.
It's a new DLC. coming out soon.
Fucking imagine.
So then we see an overhead shot of MetLife Stadium as it is the site of this year's two-night SummerSlam. They've been telling people to get tickets. Michael Cole says that he says go Jets. Michael Cole, go to hell.
There ain't no
You know
way.
damn well who that stadium belongs to.
There ain't no way Cole likes the Jets.
He does.
He likes the Jets, Peyton.
Hey Michael, Michael, hold on. I'm about to go beat on radio here. Michael, as much as you want to say go Jets, you need to celebrate the champs that actually run that place. Jets 1, Giants 4, asshole. Anyway, moving on.
Facts.
Facts.
Get on my level. Anyway,
Cole.
so then we go to Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is not happy that he has to go out there to stop Seth Rollins. However, World Heavyweight Champion Jey Uso asks him what he thinks would happen. He gets a 3-1. He get a 3-1 beatdown. They need to pick their shots tonight. Zayn needs to win the Money in the Bank qualifier. If they try anything, Uso has his back, flaps his hands, does the whole handshake, and then he walks off. Then we have the World Tag Team Championship Triple Threat title match between the New Day, the Creed Brothers, and War Raiders. I like this match. Noble hates it because the New Day came out with a win.
Well, I like the match, but I hate the fact the way the New Day won is just ridiculous.
What, did you think that they were going to win clean?
You really think that?
No, I thought they would lose.
Yeah, that clearly wasn't going to happen. Pretty much, Woods would roll up one of the Creed brothers, holding him by the tights to get the win. We then go backstage. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez are walking backstage when they see Io Sky and Kairi Sane. Morgan makes fun of them and says their team is deader. What the fuck? Way to type this up, person. Then Zayn's chances at Money in the Bank. Morgan says when she wins the briefcase, she'll cash in on Sky, something Zayn could never do. Zayn challenges Morgan to a match that night. Morgan accepts. Yeah. Then Uso makes his entrance. Yeah, you know, Us, you know, he. Then we get Saturday night's main event in WWE Evolution will be held in Atlanta, Georgia on July 12th and 13th. Yes, the all-women's pay-per-view is coming back.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yay!
And I'm not gonna lie, with the amount of talent that they have now, if they don't make that one of the best pay-per-views ever, you can go fuck yourself, WWE. I mean, come on. Come on.
We got a lot of good talent this year.
We do, yes.
So then Us comes out. He talks about Money in the Bank. He's getting ready to talk about how him and Cody are gonna take on John Cena and Logan Paul. The crowd yeets with him. He yeeted on Logan Paul at Saturday night's main event. And right as he was about to get into it, Gunther, Gunther comes out. The fans reminding him that he tapped out.
Of course.
He congratulates Jey Uso on his 15th year of the Usos in WWE. He congratulates him on his first successful title defense against Logan Paul on Saturday. Uso is holding the title longer than Gunther expected. Gunther anticipates that Uso is trying his hardest to be the captain of the ship for Monday Night Raw. Uso is always there for his friends, no questions asked. You know, he starts praising him a little bit here. But unlike Gunther, this position at champion does not come natural to Uso, is what he says. He says, it doesn't mean you're there for everyone and their problems. Gunther was the champion for almost a year because the only person he cared about is himself. Uso doesn't have the intellect to know how to carry himself as a champion. In 2 weeks, Gunther will relieve Uso of his position, and he'll be taking his place back as the World Heavyweight Champion. Uso says, yeah, fuck you. I'm still going to be champion. Let's go. Yeet.
Yeet.
All let us onward.
He goes, he pretty much goes, I'm going to take care of John Cena, I'm going to take care of the YouTuber again, and then I'm going to beat your ass the following day. Yeet. Walks off.
Such a shameful thing to do.
Liv Morgan then takes on Kairi Sane in the next match. Roxanne Perez runs down during this match to knock Zayn off the top rope. Rodriguez and Perez argue at ringside while this happens, and as they argue, Zayn counters Oblivion with a roll-up for the win.
Oh.
Yeah, fuck you, Liv.
Yeah. Apparently.
Welcome back, you lose, biatch.
Yeah.
Yosh.
Then they had a Rhea video where she was like, oh, I'm gonna win Money in the Bank, and I'm gonna beat all your asses. Yeah, she better.
Let's go,
see.
Rhea.
Then back in the clubhouse, we go back to the Judgment Day clubhouse to see Liv Morgan flipping out. There was no audio because the mic was kind of pretty much fucked up at first. Dominic says he didn't see the match. Morgan says Raquel is a veteran and should have known better. Morgan then storms off with Mysterio after chasing after her. Finn Balor gets up, acting like a fucking schoolgirl, all giddy, that he's causing turmoil.
Oh, God.
Good on you, Balor.
You get detention.
As if you're not trying to make it obvious that you're breaking the group up. Good job. Anyway, we then have Lyra Valkyria addressing Becky Lynch. Yeah, these two are going to fight again at Money in the Bank. It was announced earlier that day. No shocker there. And then pretty much the two exchanged words. Lynch never entered the ring while these two exchanged words. It was pretty much yelling back and forth between the two of them, saying how one is better than the other and how, yeah. We then get a backstage moment before the main event, and it was Sami Zayn. He's walking backstage when Karrion Kross, who gets a huge fucking pop, Triple H, push your talent, stops him. And you know, Kross is standing there with a big shit-eating grin himself. He's like, Sami! How you doing, buddy? Acting like a goddamn guidance counselor.
Our fake ass Dr. Phil.
That's what he's acting like, and it's pissing me off. He pretty much walked in, says Zayn doesn't have time. Zayn pretty much says that he doesn't have time for Kross. He says that Zayn is still crawling to the top after foregoing the opportunity. He had to go to SmackDown and get a title shot. Zayn says he doesn't have time for Kross and walks off. Kross asks if he realizes he'll never win the title. Zayn stops and then says he'll deal with Kross later. So something tells me this Monday coming up, it's going to be Sami versus Kross.
Oh.
And please, let Kross win. Please. Then they put over Worlds Collide with the big Chad Gable versus Noble.
Hero del Vikingo.
Thank you. And then they put over a big six-man tag match as well. And then they said after Worlds Collide, tune in for Money in the Bank, because it's the same pretty much day, in which we will see Cody Rhodes and Uso versus John Cena and Logan Paul. Lyra Valkyria will defend the IC title against Becky Lynch. The women's Money in the Bank ladder match, which so far has Rhea, Roxanne, Julia, and Bliss. And then the men's Money in the Bank, which has LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Penta. And then, of course, burn it down. And it's Seth entering with Paul Heyman, which still disgusts me to this fucking day.
That penguin.
So then we get the main event. Rollins versus Balor versus Zayn, which honestly, that should scream pay-per-view. I don't get why they're having this on Raw. That should be a fucking pay-per-view right there. This is pissing me off. If they were all in their prime, if Finn was the demon, Sammy was the exciting little shit coming out of NXT, and Rollins was a punk-ass bitch. Oh. Dream match. But no, we get it on Raw where Rollins is a dick and so on and so forth. So, it was a great match back and forth, but then Braun interfered after Zamie hit the haluva kick on Seth. Big Bronson Reed pushed away at Zayn. Jey Uso leapt off the barricade and attacks Reed. Uso goes back and forth, hitting Breakker and Reed with super kicks. Rollins grabs Uso, but Uso pushes him back. Breakker hits Uso with a spear on the floor. Reed avalanches Zayn into the ring post. Then Dirty Dominic Mysterio runs to the ringside and slides a chair into the ring. Balor isn't close to it. Balor crawls over it. And then, of course, here comes the same fucking spot that we've been fucking seeing. Seth Rollins hits a curb stomp on the Finn Balor to the chair. Rollins comes out with the win. Rollins is about to walk away. Then Punk's music hits. Everyone's like, holy shit. Reed and Breakker are heading up the ramp to cut him off. They're with Paul Heyman, not knowing that Punk was right behind them as he gets to Seth frickin' Rollins, hits him with a go-to-sleep, and then he runs into the crowd and runs off. Heyman is stunned. Reed and Breakker couldn't believe it. They were like, hey, come back down here, you asshole. And Punk's like, bring it, bitch! And then Raw goes off the air.
Yep.
Alright, we need quick recaps now because we're going very late on this. Let's quick recap. Alright, NXT.
Alright, then we'll
Interesting.
go.
What happened? Noble.
Alright, so first, Ricky Saints versus Ethan Page for the NXT North American Championship.
Noble?
No wall.
Noble.
Oh my god, his power. Either his power or his internet got out.
Something happened.
Oh.
Hey, take it away.
Oh no.
power cut
And he's
out.
out of there.
And we lost Noble.
Um.
Alright, here, we're gonna go quick. Ethan Page defeated Ricky Saints to win the NXT Championship.
Stop. He's back. He's back.
Fucking
Yeah.
disco.
Alright, Noble, as you were saying.
As I was saying, or my
I-
fuck.
I already gave the results of the NXT North American title match. Yep. Now, what's
Thank
next?
you, Jesus fucking Christ.
Gotta go quick.
Tavion Heights versus Mike Santana from TNA as Santana pick up the win with a on the block. And then after the match, it was Trick Williams show up with Santana as Santino announced that it will be next Tuesday, which will be this Tuesday, it would be Trick Williams versus Mike Santana for the TNA Championship.
Just why?
Next. I don't know why they announced that way too early. I thought they had to announce it for Slammiversary. It's just me. Next up, we got Jada Parker versus Tatum Paxley. And, well, no surprise, no shocker. Jada Parker pick up the win here. Thea Hale just hit the ring and chased Parker away.
I did want to point out that while she was making her entrance, apparently the one girl, which was Tatum Paxley, she had, I think it was her. She's the one with the black hair, right? She came out with dolls, and they look like her former partners, which was Shotzi and
Gigi Dolan.
yeah,
Yep. Next
very
match,
weird.
Yeah, next match, Dante Chan against Legends and Future Greats Season 1 winner, Jasper Troy.
Just say LFG or let's fucking go. Like why?
Yeah, and the
Like
winner,
why? Like
the winner is none other than Jasper Troy with a finisher called Black Hole Slam.
seriously, he won with a black hole slam. Come on, that's so generic.
Yeah, and then we get the new NXT North American champion Ethan Page show up. But then interrupting him is Devon Evans. And then he will be defending the North American title at Worlds Collide. Not only against him, against other two competitors. One, Triple A's and TNA superstar Laredo Kid, and SmackDown superstar Ray Fenix.
Oh boy. That should be good.
Yep, fatal 4-way for the North American title. That match is gonna be so good.
Alright, main event.
Main event. Stephanie Vecchia versus Jacy Jayne for the NXT Women's Championship. And we all thought that Jacy's faction, Fatal Influence, were about to split. That's what we thought. Nope.
Nope.
It happened. Winner by shocking satisfaction, Jacy fucking Jayne is your new NXT Women's Champion. And which we pointed out here, Vecchia is heading to the main roster. Well, Jacy Jayne is going to be rocking the flowers with the championship with Fatal Influence.
Jesus Christ.
And that's NXT.
Alright, really quick for AEW Dynamite, Hangman Adam Page pretty much celebrates his win. However, he's interrupted by not only Swerve Strickland, but Will Ospreay as well. After Hangman says that he was going to vow to reclaim the AEW World title, he was interrupted by the other two, who are still... Yeah. We then had a mixed trios match, which was Mark Briscoe and Speedball Mike Bailey and Willow Nightingale versus Gabe Kidd, John Moxley, and Marina Shafir. And no shocker here. Yeah. Death Riders ended up getting the win. Shocker. Ricochet says he's looking for golden allies. Yeah, highly doubt it. Ain't no one gonna work with you, Ricochet. Then we had a no disqualification tag match between Anna Jay and Cameron. Anna Jay and Harley Cameron versus Megan Bayne and Penelope. Wait, was that the match on the fucking pay-per-view? Why they... What?
Yeah, it's a no DQ tag match.
I don't give a fuck. Why are they doing a repeat match on the... God damn it, Tony. Moron. Well, anyway. It says here that Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford accumulated a victory as they delivered a devastating Doomsday device to Cameron, securing the 3 count. Post-match, both Anna Jay and Haley Cameron required medical attention, highlighted the fierce and intense match that they were just in. Yeah, okay, whatever. We then have a trios match, the Ops versus Frat House.
Frat House.
Whatever the fuck that has to do with it. Well, yeah, so no shocker here. The Ops get the win.
As they should.
The Toxic Spider is here. How the...
Thakala.
I don't know. Yeah, she attacked Jamie Hayter. Then it was the TNT Championship match between Adam Cole and Kyle Fletcher, in which...
Cole retained.
What's it saying? Yeah, Cole retained. Trying to find the result. I forgot what happened. Oh, I know that Cole retained, but I'm trying to see if it was... cause of disqualification, yeah, so he won. This prompted Brody King to rush to the ring with a steel chair and attack Alexander, who was involved in this. So yeah, there's going to be more on that coming up. Then we had an AEW Intercontinental Championship 4-way match, or 4-way qualifier match between Brody King and Josh Alexander, in which...
Brody King won.
Good, thank God. Fletcher and Cole aren't done yet. The two ended up continuing the battle. Then we had on the stage Tony Storm and Mercedes Moné. Those two had a back and forth. Yeah, that was AEW. Sorry if you guys don't see me put in much effort into AEW. I really hate them. But
Felt.
okay.
Felt.
So that is it for this week, boys and girls.
Yay.
I know this is what happens when you do a 4-person show.
We get shit done.
Again, are you aware there's double audio?
Double audio.
Oh yeah, you can hear it. Thanks, Peyton.
No.
Dick. Anyway,
God damn it.
so again, we do want to thank the YouTube chat. You guys have been awesome tonight. Whether it's Universal, whether it's Johnny Burns, Desi Plays, the Really Real Wrestling Podcast. We do want to thank all you guys for tuning in and chatting with us tonight. You guys have all been awesome. We need to come up with a name for the
For
chat.
the chat, yeah.
For the fans.
Yeah, we.
I mean, think about it. I got my Mad Lads over on my channel. We need to come up with a thing over here. We'll come up with something.
Yeah, we'll think of something here. It's in the works.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll call you guys the butts or something. I don't know.
Yep.
We'll figure it out.
But
Yeah, that's rude. Anyway.
We have the WAP. Might as well just get the.
The Whoppers.
Whoppers.
I think we have it.
The
I
Whoppers.
can't stand it. I can't stand it. It's the Whoppers.
God bless you, Thomas Noble. The Whoppers.
I can't.
I'm crying.
I can't.
I'm crying. It's hilarious.
So I have my Mad Lads. Payne has his drum line, and we
No,
have
no.
the Whoppers.
The thing is, like, I think I call my chat my
Oh,
core
with an
members
A, so
probably.
you like WAPPERS. Whoppers.
Figure it out.
Figured.
We'll figure out how to type that up. I don't even know how we fucking type that up.
All right, end it. End it.
Jesus Christ. Hold on. All right, I gotta do a couple things here. So again, we do want to thank our sponsors once again, Fanatics.com, which of course they're hosting their big annual event, which is Fanatics Fest, folks. If you guys are fans of the WWE, you guys need to check them out. June 20th through the 22nd at the Jarvis Center in New York City, folks. The star-studded lineup continues to get bigger. Cody Rhodes, Rhea Ripley, Jey Uso, Charlotte Flair, Kevin Owens, Tiffany Stratton, Damian Priest, Chelsea Green, Jacob Fatu, Liv Morgan, Hall of Famers, The Undertaker, and Trish Stratus are all headlining this major event. Folks, if you guys want to get tickets for this event, it is getting bigger and bigger because the star-studded lineup just keeps getting bigger. I'm not kidding y'all when I say that the world's largest event continues to get big. You guys won't believe the name. I've been told to drop these names. Are y'all ready for this?
Yes.
No, you're not ready for the first name I'm about to say.
Who?
I just said I wasn't ready. No, wait, let me.
Who?
Okay. Go for it.
The King, LeBron James, will be at this event.
What?
The GOAT, Tom Brady, will be at this event. The
Ooh.
Captain, Derek Jeter, will be at this event. The last real world champion, John Cena, will be at this event. The brothers, Eli and Peyton Manning, will be at this event. I can't even believe what I'm about to say here. Jesus Christ. ISHO Speed and KSI are gonna be there.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Folks, if you don't have tickets for this event, I just gotta say this. The fuck is wrong with y'all?
A lot.
And guys, I'm not kidding. When I say the names are big, these names are big. Peyton and Eli Manning, Victor Wembanyama, Jaden Daniels, Alex Rodriguez, Henry Lundqvist, Allen Iverson, Dwayne Wade, The Undertaker, Cody Rhodes, Rhea Ripley, Jey Uso, I can't pronounce that name, Mike Piazza, CJ Stroud, Caleb Williams, Jamar Chase, Malik Neighbors, Cooper DeJean. I mean, how do you guys not want to get tickets for this fucking thing? It is going to be massive. Get tickets now at www.fanaticsfest.com. And of course, a big thank you to all of our other sponsors. And folks, with that, I just want to say one thing.
Pause for a minute. Pause for a freaking minute. Don't you dare. I do want to promote something on my channel. So,
Alright, promote it quick.
Okay. For those of you who are a fan of marching, all that stuff, at about 15 minutes outside at 8 p.m., D-Side Circus is back with me reviewing my recent one, which is Music City. That is dropping tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, so please go check that out. And also, I just launched my own podcast, which is called Joke Review Podcast. Please check that out. I think I'm doing that every single Wednesday. I have to get some sort of schedule with that formed. But yeah. Now, radio.
Yes, I do want to point this out that yes, Drumcore Review and Wrestle Arc are part of the BW Radio Network. I also did want to post just really quick. I will not be going live next week because I will be moving into a new place. Therefore, my whole setup will be different the next time you guys see me. So with that, we're gonna end it on a high note, and I just want to say,
go ahead,
from all of us here at Wrestle Arc, I just want to say, always be the best of the best tonight. We'll see you guys next time right here on the Wrestle Arc Podcast. Wrestle Arc out.
Yada, shut up.